Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, this is a CRX video. So I think we're in this episode 14, it might be episode 14. So we're doing pretty well. So where are we at? In this video, we're working on the rear suspension. So basically, we're gonna jack it up, take an overall look at it, have a look at it with this so you guys can see what the actual condition of the rear suspension is right now. And then we'll take it all down and start stripping it down, ready for powder coat, get the bolts ready for zinking. So yeah, the whole process of taking down the rear suspension, re-powder coating it, and getting it all back fitted is going to be in this video. So stay tuned for that. It might be a long one, I'm not sure, but we'll see how good it goes and how quick it goes. So stay tuned. I hope you guys, ooh, that sounds like the ice cream truck. It is April 1st, so the summer or spring is here. So stay tuned, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, we're lying underneath the CRX here on the rear of the suspension. And basically, we're gonna start taking stuff apart. So this is the passenger side rear. This is basically before videos of what it looks like now. Obviously the brakes are new because I kind of redid those. And then this is the driver's side. Sorry, I'm using the light to show you. This is the driver's side. And then we'll get it all pulled out and we'll have a look at it while it's on the floor outside the car. But let's start wrenching. All right, and just like that, the control arms are out. Took me about 3 hours lying on the floor here doing it, but got them both out. I just got to get that upper control arm out. I haven't done that yet, but it's all out. It's giving us a good view of the chassis of the car down the channel there and everything. It's looking okay, I would say. It's going to need a little bit of repair work in the future, but as a whole, it's not too bad for a 40-year-old car. And that's the driver's side rear. So yeah, all right, now we're going to start disassembling the control arms to get them ready to go to powder coat. This is the fun part. Let's get it done. It's always good to have power tools to get these bolts out. This is the sway bar end link here. It's definitely corroded and split in places, so I've got a brand new genuine one for this. So let's get this bolt out and we'll do the same thing to the other side, and that's ready to go to powder coat. These are the two bolts that I've just pulled out of the sway bar end link. So what I'm doing to document what bolts go where is I measure them with the ruler, take a photo, and then I'll write it down where they came from and how many were in that area. So I've got two bolts there. So I'll measure them up, photograph them, then they'll go in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then they will go to the zinker. Okay, here is one of the arms. Give you a good look at it. So we got to get everything disassembled from this. Got to take the bushing out, got to take the hub out, get that all ready to go to powder coat. It's going to look really nice when it's done. So let's get started, disassemble this stuff. Okay, quick update. So I'm still disassembling the arms. This bolt here was seized, so I've end up hacksawing it, cutting the bolt out. Now I've got to drill the old bolt out, get that out. I have taken off the hubs and I've taken off the brake dust shield. So these are pretty much ready to get cleaned up. The only thing I need to do is remove the bushing here, which I'm going to do in my press. So let me show you the control arms. These are the lower control arms here. I'm soaking them in PB Blaster right now because I need to try. My plan is to try and press out these bushings because I've got the energy suspension bushing kit to go in it. So yeah, then these will go to the powder coater once I've got them cleaned up and the bushings pressed out, and then we'll be ready to go in that sense. So we'll just keep cracking on. There's the other control arm, which is basically just soaking the bushing there in PB Blaster. I've knocked out the center part of the bushing, as you can see. And this just needs to be cleaned up with a wire brush and maybe pressure wash, and then off to the powder coater. Cool. Right, let's offer it up. So you need to slide those sleeves under.
What, oh, you want it on those sleeves?
Yeah, let's rest it on that. Yeah.
This way a bit.
That's it. Okay.
be this towards you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That's what I was worried about.
Right.
Okay, that's all right. It's out though. It's out.
Okay, can we lift this off?
Yeah. Okay, that's
Right on
good.
the
I'm gonna
floor.
get this out of here.
Okay.
Okay, good. Right, as you can see, I've got the bushings all pressed out of these now, and these are ready to go to the powder coater to get them all cleaned up and looking good. I did pressure wash them to get all the loose debris off, so they are ready to go to the powder coater. And now let's show you what I got working on in the garage. Okay, so these are the tow rods for the rear. I've got the bushings pressed out. One fell off and shot somewhere and I can't locate it, but they're gonna get powder coated, new bushings pressed in. These are the original hubs that came on the car, which are still rocking the Honda bearings from the factory. So that's kind of cool to see that they've lasted this long, and actually they're probably okay. They could probably keep going, but I'm gonna put some new ones on, some aftermarket ones. So yeah, new bearings gonna be going in there with the new hubs, obviously. And then here we've got, these are the, they're like a brake shield. They protect rocks and stuff from shooting up and hitting stuff, I guess. I'm not sure how, do I need to replace them? I don't know, but do I need to put them back on? I don't know. But as you can see, the bracket here broke, split in half. This one's just about to go too. It's very rusted. So fortunately, they're not available from Honda anymore. So I might fabricate some new ones to get these bolted back on, because I do want to keep them on the car because they were original. So that's something I need to do down the road. And then I've got all the nuts and bolts in the ultrasonic cleaner here, getting all nice and cleaned with the vinegar. So and then we're gonna get those zinced for the rear suspension. So that's what we're working on out here. Right, all that is going to the tip. So those are the obviously the rear springs and struts. I've disassembled them, got all the good stuff that I'm going to be reusing and reconditioning to go in the new shocks and springs, the KYBs and the iBox. And then those are the lower control arms in the rear. Now, I did burn out the bushings, but I was unable to get the sleeves out. So I've given up on them because they're just not coming out. I burnt out the bushings. I tried to use the press to get them out and they wouldn't come out. Then I decided to use the old technique of trying to cutting them and then cutting the sleeve with a hacksaw and trying to break them out, but that didn't happen either. I gave up on I only tried that one, I gave up on it. So I've ordered some new ones. I was gonna go with the Skunk 2 ones, but the way the sway bar mounts is in the middle here, and it's gonna throw off how the sway bar mounts, because I'm using the factory sway bar end link. I don't wanna get aftermarket ones, I wanna use the factory ones, because I've got some brand new genuine ones. So the Skunk 2 ones, they mount here in the middle. If you look them up online, you'll see that. And then the factory one is up here. So it's a good half an inch higher. So that will throw off. I've Googled it, done some research, and it's what people are saying is it throws off the geometry of the sway bar and everything, and basically can not give the best handling. So I've decided I'm going to get some factory style ones, and I've ordered some up from actually coming from France, believe it or not. It's a Japanese brand. I can't remember the name of the brand. It starts with an A. But I'll show you those when they come in. They should be here in probably 3 or 4 days. But these are the control arms. They are ready to go to powder coat. And let me walk you over and show you some more of the stuff that's going to powder coat. So I've fully disassembled the sway bar, ready for powder coat. I've got the new, I've got these, toe arms going to powder coat, because I've bought some new bushings to throw in those. Those are the sway bar brackets. That's all the dust shields and basically shields for the suspension, for the brake, sorry. That's all going to powder coat. Yeah, these are the old end links. You can see they're really bad. That is the rubber mounts that go on the control arms. Basically press those out with the press, which really work well. And let me walk you now to what I'm working on in the garage. Basically, this is just an update of what's going on with the car. So I'm cleaning bolts in the ultrasonic. I'm cleaning brackets in vinegar. And that's it, really. Just kind of assessing the situation. I think I've shown those earlier. So yeah, just a little bit more time cleaning these bolts. I'm going to call it for a night. All right, here is all the bolts and nuts and brackets and stuff ready to go to the zincer. So these are all the suspension components for the rear, most of it. Actually, I think all of it is, to be honest. There's a couple things here I might have thrown in just because I want to get them yellow zinced. But yeah, that's most of the suspension bolts and nuts. Let's get those dropped off at the zinker. It's going to be beautiful when they're done. Okay, that's everything loaded up, ready to go to the power coder. It's going to look really nice when it gets back. And you'll see that in the next clip. All right, I thought I'd share with you guys. I got some bits in the post or in the mail. These are the lower control arms for the rear. They actually, I think I mentioned earlier in the video that they came up from France. They came from the Netherlands actually, in the EU, pretty much close enough. But yeah, let's. I thought I'd open them up and have a look at them with you guys. Share the new car parts. I used my teeth, probably shouldn't have. Let's check them out. Let's see what they look like. Let's turn on a little bit more light. Oh yeah, those look really nice. Oh yeah, those are really nice. I like those. Can't beat new car parts. They look really nice. The bushings look really good. We've got the higher mount for the sway bar. So yeah, looking really good. Can't beat new car parts. Nice new bushings. Yeah, those are going to be really good. They should really, because the old ones were so bad. The bushings were absolutely shot. So this is going to make a massive improvement. So that's one of them. The other one was here. Wasn't in a box, so wasn't as fun to unbox it and send it back. Anyway, that's the control arms. So I've dropped everything off at the power coder yesterday. So and the zinker to get all the stuff ready, get going, so I can start reassembling. I've ordered the new hubs. I've ordered the upper control arms. The camber kit. Those should be coming in probably the next few days. I'll share the unboxing with you with that also. So stay tuned for that later on in this video. All right, I just got back from the zinker and picked up all the bolts that got zinced. So I'm just labeling now so they can faster assembly when I put the rear end together, so I don't go just looking random bolts. I know exactly what to go where. So they all turned out really nice. All the brackets and stuff looking really good. The caps for the hubs. The mounting brackets for the sway bar and the bolts. Yep, so I'm just bagging them all up today and getting them all ready for reassembly when I get the stuff back from the power coat. Only unfortunate thing about when you do drop bolts off at zinkers is sometimes you don't get everything back. So this is the sway bar bolt that bolts the end link to the lower control arm. I'm missing one bolt. I got the washer back, but I'm missing the bolt. So I got to call them on Monday and see if they can locate my bolt. I'm also missing one of these bolts, and this bolt is what holds the, it's also again to do with the sway bar. And a good thing is I have brand new ones of these from Honda. So I'm probably just gonna, if they can't find this, it's not a big deal. But this one here, it's discontinued from Honda, so I kind of need the bolt. But if not, there is ways around it. I can probably use another bolt, cut it down to the length I need, and just put it in. So that might be something I go. But hopefully I don't have to go down that road. Hopefully they can locate the bolt for me. But yep, that's all that. So I'm just going to organize this all up this evening, get it all situated, and we're ready for the power coder stuff to come back, and then we can reassemble the rear suspension. Okay, as you can see in front of me, it is time to assemble the rear suspension. So I've got the rear shocks and springs here ready to go. I've repainted and cleaned up the dust boot that goes here. So we got the new bump stops, the new dust boot, and we'll start assembling this. This is all new stuff. Everything's new. So let's get that all assembled, and we'll see what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, and then you have it fully assembled. I really like these upper mounts. These are really good quality, aftermarket ones, but really nice. I do like them. Even got the cushion on the top for the stop to make it where there's no vibrations or no noises, not metal on metal. Really nice that is. Looks really good. Right, we had some parts turn up today. Thought I'd share with you guys. Hard Race rear camber kit, rear upper camber kit. So those turned up. They look really nice. You can get these in the blue or the black finish. I went for the black, obviously. They look really nice. The bushings look really good, nice and clean. So we're going to get these installed, ready to put the rear arms on. Okay, as you can see, we've got some new rear bearing hubs that come in today. So I thought I'd share with you guys and point out how, as you can see, that is a Japan original bearing. And we've also got Japan original bearing made by the same brand, which is written here. That's the same brand bearing that is in these, as you can see there. So yes, so if you're looking for rear bearings for your CRX, this is the brand that used a genuine, actually says it on the box, I think, somewhere, that they used a genuine, they are the OE suppliers of the #1 bearing. Yeah, OE suppliers of the genuine hub assembly. So make sure you get these because these are genuine. So these are going to go on the car. So cool. We got some brand new stuff. These will go in the bin. Even though these bearings were okay, we're going to put some new ones on, as you can see. So cool. Let's get working on that. Start assembling the rear suspension. All right, I'm going to end the video there, guys. It's getting pretty long now, so I'm going to end it. So yeah, and we're at a good stopping point now, because now the point is to start assembling the rear suspension. So I've got all the bits in that I need to start assembling it. So in the next video, we're going to start on that. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and a subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're just starting into you just clicked on this video and you're like, ooh, a CRX build. There's lots of videos behind this, and there's probably lots more coming in front of this. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you see the next video coming out, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching.